the one piece of advice that I would have given my younger self is to stop being nice. And that is something that I really, really, really seek to implement with the girls and the children of males and females that I coach. Because, you know, I am a children's confidence coach as well. 5-star ranked, period. Okay, the link is in the description for that too. But anyway, so I don't encourage them to be jerks. I just don't encourage them to be nice. So like, especially when we're playing Dress to Impress, the girlies and the boys, but the girlies get competitive when they're picking out their outfits. And I encourage it, not to the space like where if they start arguing, because I haven't had too many of those situations, but like if you copy somebody else's outfit, they might, you know, spaz out or whatever. But I'll eventually, you know, rein them in. But when they get their competitive stuff out, especially if we're playing with like in a public serve or whatever, I let them. They even come for me sometimes. They be like, your outfit was not even that cute. Now I've only had like 2 girls say that, but I just start laughing because it's just a game, you know. And I want to encourage them so that they know that you can like say how you feel. You don't have to be nice, because every single time that I have had to be nice, I've regretted it. There are situations where I just naturally am a gentle, caring, compassionate being, but I'm not a nice being naturally. Nice for me is more of, matter of fact, let's look it up. I only got 4% on here, so let me do it. Hurry up. We ain't got all day. Okay. Nice meaning. Okay, means agreeable, pleasant, and satisfactory. Fine or subtle. You know, women specifically have been conditioned to be agreeable and agree to things that you don't like, agree to things that make you feel uncomfortable. You know, agree because your comfort level comes second. Okay, you are here to support, you are here to lift up, but you are not here to grow. You are not here to thrive and flourish. That is someone else's job. You are here to sit, look pretty, and be quiet. Okay? You're here to go do things that I want you to do. Okay? You're here to watch. F that. Being agreeable had me, you know, trying to be nice to people who didn't deserve it. I'm over it. I don't have to be nice. Period. I can do nice things for people who deserve them, but being nice is definitely not a priority. It's not even on my list of character traits or characteristics that I want. I want to be respected, fine, but you don't have to be nice to me. I don't give a F. Just don't disrespect me if you want me around. If you don't want to be around me, be disrespectful, because I just don't tolerate it. I don't do the arguing back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I'm over it. It takes 2 to argue. It takes 2 to have emotional, visceral reactions, and I'm past that. I've evolved. I used to be that way. Like, don't even trip, you know, and it's still there. Like, sometimes I do have to bring out the crazy. Like this one time I was at the gym and, you know, I was trying to be agreeable. So I talked to my mama because, you know, mama knows best. At least, you know, I'm a fortunate being to have a mom, a mommy. Don't let her hear me calling her mom. I have a mommy who goes above and beyond, and she knows what's up. So this man had been getting on my nerves. He'd been doing too much at the gym for a while. I reported it. They didn't do nothing. I said this and that. They didn't do anything. So eventually he just happens to be doing too much when I'm on the phone with my mom, because my mom also has that mom instinct to where before something even gets crazy, she calls. And so we're on the phone. Like they say, before ye look, ye shall be answered, is that type of stuff. Like she just has that instinct for real. She knows when her pups need saving, and she don't hesitate ever, never, ever. Okay, believe that. So I'm telling her, she's like, girl, you out crazy him. Like, stop. Because I used to be, before I cut my toxic relatives off, I needed my mom to give me the go. I wasn't able to just be like, oh, you want to F with me? I'm going to tear you up. I would try to be nice because I was still trying to accommodate, because I was so used to trying to accommodate my toxic relatives that I was accommodating everybody. But once, I'm telling you, it was the power of cutting that stuff off. Once I cut them relatives off, I was able to cut everything off by myself. So now you come with me if you want to, I'll crazy you instantly. But before, I would need my mom to be like, okay, like, look, this is what's going on. And she would remind me, like, girl. So once mama gave me the go, I hung up the phone or whatever. He come, I'm on the elliptical because I'm ready now. I'm ready now. My mama done pump me up. I'm ready. So I'm on the elliptical, whatever. He gets on the elliptical next to me. So I started looking at him. And I'm looking away. And I said, yeah, he's next to me right now. And I start describing the clothes he got on. I'm like, yeah, he's next to me right now. He got on this and this and that. And I'm still looking at him. And I'm looking away. And before that, I would like go move, But today, the day he started doing too much was the day that I happened to be on the phone with my mama. So that's what I'm saying. Her instincts be on point. And I out crazied him. So I'm on the elliptical. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at the thing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I got this. So then I'm like, yeah, he got on this and he's wearing that, he's wearing this, he's wearing that. So then I walk and there's a pillar. So I'm standing on the other side. I knew he was going to walk towards me, right? So he walking, trying to follow me. I'm at the pillar like this, like what? And so then I start chasing this mofo around the gym. Yeah. See, because that's the power that my mama has. Okay? Period. Now I can get to that point before I talk to her and then I can tell her about it. But, I have a lot less of those experiences now since I cut those toxic relatives off because, I was vibrating at a frequency to receive that. And so once I stop being around those toxicness, I still have some situations where I have to show somebody that I'm crazier than you are, but far less. So then, I'm following this fool around the gym now. Because I had to make a real point. So I got my phone out. I'm like clicking at him. I'm making it very clear. And I'm following him. Everywhere he goes, I'm right there. Everywhere he look, I'm staring. Everywhere I'm to the left. You to the right, I'm to the left. I'm behind you. I'm on the zigzag. I'm looking at you. I'm following you all day. Then he left. All of a sudden, he didn't want to come to the gym. And you know what? I didn't see him at the gym after that. And if I did see him at the gym, he would act like he didn't see me. And if I saw him, I would make sure that he knew I saw him too. It just took one time of out crazying that fool for him to realize that you need to go figure something else out because I'm not going to be the only person being uncomfortable. But the nice me was like, oh, because I was still in that space where I was around toxic relatives and I was living with these toxic people at this point. I'm like literally living with these people in a different state without my mama. So I was living with these people. And so I was still in that accommodating, well, let me just be nice to keep the peace. Because when you're trying to just keep the peace, you're trying to keep the peace everywhere, right? And so you don't stand up for anything because you're just so, I'm trying to, granted, don't get me wrong and think that I was just some doormat wildflower and, doing whatever, because that's not the case either. But I wasn't as... Now I'm very cold. People have always called me ice queen. They've always said that I was cold, even when I was trying to be nice. But it was because I would let stuff slide until I got to the point where I'm like, all right, you want to try? I'm trying to help you from you spiraling. This is a true story. I'm trying to help this girl from ruining her life. I'm like, okay, why don't we all come over to my house? We'll do da 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 and just talk to her, see what's up. She gonna put us in a group chat. Like, oh, I heard y'all was talking ish about me and da 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 da. And so you gonna try to call me out in a group chat? And I was crazy back then. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I'm not even around anyone that would do that. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I'm not even around anybody who would think that it was appropriate to disrespect me in a public setting. That's just crazy. That's crazy. But back then, I thought it was crazy too. But I was like, okay, you know, like that Jay-Z song, y'all gonna make me wig, I'm gonna get y'all what y'all want. When I was younger, I was like that. But now, like, I don't even be around people like that. That's you disturbing my energy. You gotta go. Period. I feel disturbed. Like Florence Scovel-Shinn says, I'm wide awake to my good. I never miss a trick. So I don't even be around energies that's on that type of time. But at this particular time, I was, because I was also on that type of energy too. Like, let's keep it a band sandwich. I have grown. I have evolved. Okay. I was not always this peaceful Patty. I used to be a petty LaBelle, baby. And so she disrespected me because she gonna call me out in a group chat after I was trying to help. So I don't remember what I said, but it was warranted because you gonna call me out in a group setting and I'm trying to help you? Are you freaking crazy? So whatever I said, she didn't have no fire and steam after that. And then I'm getting calls like, why are you so mean? Blah, 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 blah. But it's like, y'all wasn't saying why she's so mean when she was in there. It was all funny and giggles. But now I come up and now I go too far. Nah, you should don't poke the bear. If you're not ready, just because people got me effed up because I was always trying to be nice. But it got to the point for me, like, I would try to be nice. And then once I decided that you went too far, then everything that I was holding back, like, would just come out at once. And they would be like, whoa, like, where did this come from? And I'm like, because you keep effing with me. You keep effing with me. You keep poking the bear. You might have thought I was a chipmunk, but that's your problem. That's your problem. Stop effing with me. But I wasn't evolved enough yet because I also didn't like confrontation. So I wasn't evolved enough yet to be able to like cut it off the first time. So I didn't cut off the first time. But I would get to a point and I'm like, all right now, like, I'm gonna have to F you up. Mentally, I'm not a physical fighter, so don't get me misunderstood. Now I do box and kickbox, so don't get me confused. And I'm crazy too. Like what Medea said, like, I don't know karate, but I know crazy. Like, for real, I'm crazy. I just can, I'm a lot more calm and specific and targeted with my crazy now. And like I said, I'm just not around energies that would try to provoke that. But just like that man at the restaurant the other day had to find out, it could come out still. I'm not going to be the one uncomfortable up in here. Do you know who my mama is? Please. Just like, never mind, I'm not going to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that story. But, I am my mama's daughter. Proudly. Okay. But yeah, so it's a lot. And I just don't be nice anymore. I do what's right for me. And I'm very, very calculated, very, very discerning, and just to the point. Like, you are either adding or you're taking away. And I'm not being accommodating. I don't like that. Like, no, get out of here. If I have to do other things to make you feel better, I'm going to spend a very little bit of time with you. Unless you're someone that I really, really love. Because people that I really, really love, fine. If you already told me this story 7 times and you want to tell me again, I'll act like I never even heard it. Because I hate when people do that. Like, even sometimes I be telling people stuff, the same thing, and they be like, yeah, I know, you told me already. I be hating that. So, like, if someone wants to tell me the same story 50 million times, every 50 million times, I'll act like I didn't even know about it. I'll be like, what? Or if they want to tell me a fact that I already know what it is, but you want to tell me 2, then fine, tell me 2. And I'll listen, I'll act like I didn't know it, okay? Because to me, I like when people do that. So that's what I do for others. I let people talk, let them express themselves, especially when I'm dealing with children. If they want to tell me anything, I let them. They want to teach me more about Dress to Impress because they be knowing stuff I don't know. I allow them to teach me. I allow them to tell me their fun facts that they learned at school. And, even if it's something that I already heard because I have multiple clubs. So by the time I get to the 5th club, I already know everything that happened from the update. But I still act like I don't. And I give them the opportunity to show something new and give them the opportunity to feel like they're teaching. So I'll do that because I love them too. I'll do that for beings and people that I really, really love who have good intentions. But if you're someone who I have to be nice to and I have to make it, here's the point. There's a difference. If I have to make an effort to be nice to you, then I don't want to be around you any longer than I have to be. If I'm just naturally fond of you, then fine. You know, I'll make every effort to accommodate you. I'll make every effort to make you feel comfortable as long as I'm comfortable too. I'll make every effort to, you know, help you feel wonderful. But if you're someone that I have to force myself and I have to think, oh, I have to be nice to you, then I'm not going to be nice to you. And that's what it is. And that's what it is. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's something, what makes the world go round? If you're from the Maryland area, you know what it is. L-O-L-O-L-O-L-O-V-E. Sometimes when I be saying stuff, like songs coming to my mind, and I had like people in this Brother Panic video that I posted, like reviewing his book, telling me that, you know, I'm childish, whatever, but like I work with children, so thank you, you know. And you don't read any historical text because you should be as like a child, you know. You should have the wonder like a child. Even Brother Panic says that. So you don't even listen to the person that you commenting on. You don't even abide by his teaching. You got so much to say. You know, that's how I be feeling. But, you know, I don't be saying that to people because what I've also learned is like not everybody needs the truth. Most people don't want the truth. Most people just want you to affirm their delusions. And once you stop affirming their delusions that they want other people to see in you, then you become the problem. So that's why I say insecure people are dangerous. And I'm done being nice to people. I'm done being accommodating, period. If I have to force myself to do X, Y, and Z for you or to you, then I'm not going to do it. Because there are people that don't have to do that for. There are people that I'm just genuinely fond of. I don't have to force myself, period. And if you ain't one of them, then oh well. And so the point of this was, I'm just encouraging everybody, if you feel like you have to force yourself to be nice to people, you don't. You do not. Okay? You can be respectful. Or you sometimes you gotta out crazy people. It is what it is. But you have to be able to have that enough within you to know that there's no reason why you should be around people that disrespect you. There's no reason why you should be around people who think it's fun to poke at your insecurities and upset you. And that's how they do things around there, that's fine. But that's not how I do things. And that's not who I want to be around, period. So not being nice has allowed me to have a lot of freedom as well. A lot more confidence, a lot more, okay, oh well-ness than I already had. And people was already calling me cold. I had a teacher call me stoic. And as though it was an insult, a professor. And I was like, yeah. Because I didn't understand. Like at the time, I could tell by the way she said it that she was trying to insult me, but I was not insulted. I took it as a badge of honor because too many people, even then I knew, there's so many people that are so emotional and they make such emotional, irrational decisions because they're so effing emotional. So I went the complete opposite for a while and just became non-emotional. Like I didn't have emotions because I could see, you know, what being too emotional was. I didn't want to do that. So I was like, I'm not going to have any emotions at all. And so now I have more of a balance and I have emotions, but they're a lot more calm. And sometimes I'll have like no emotions and then I would have like a lot of emotions and I would just like kirk the F out. And like people always knew, like, if you poke the bear, eventually I'm going to F you up. And I'm not going to stop. Because my mama said, once you start hitting or you got to fight back, you don't stop until somebody pulls you off of them. So, you know, that's what I would do mentally and stuff. But now, if I have to, I will. Gleefully. But I don't have to anymore. You know, what Kanye said, like, I don't have to fight back. I let God fight my battles because I've gotten to a space, like, as I've become not nice, as I've become more boundary setting, that the universe be knocking MFs out left and right. You come over here effing with me if you want to. Please, I don't have to do anything. Sometimes I gotta out crazy an MF and let them know what's up. Like if I'm in immediate danger, I have to let that MF know I'm crazier than you are, buddy. I'm crazy. You might want to go find somebody else. Pick somebody else to do it because I am the one, baby. But, you know, I don't even be having to do all that. Because for one, I don't even be around people who I would have to defend myself against. I don't even be around people like that. I'm around people who help me grow. Okay? I'm around people who tell me what's up. You know, you got to improve here, or you're doing a good job, or blah 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 blah. So, you know, you have to get to that point, and being not nice has helped. Because, like I said, there are so many people I can think of who I am just genuinely fond of, and I just like them. And there are most people that I don't feel that way about. I can think of a lot more people that I am not fond of and I don't like. But now that I have students of my own where I'm teaching them what I want to teach them and stuff, especially with working with these children, now I have so many people that I do like. I have more people that I like, but it took me cutting off every single person who didn't belong in my space of where I was trying to go. And then I was like, I had this gap where there was nobody, and now I'm who's feeding into the positive and doing the good things and stuff. Now they're starting to appear. So, you know, it was a long journey, but it was worth it. And now, like the Indian meditating people in Shadarshan, Korea, they say, protect your mind by any means necessary. Florence Scovel Shinn, I always go back to her because she's my favorite author. I'm wide awake to my good. I never miss a trick. Period. The seemingly impossible good. What did she say? The unexpected happens. My seemingly impossible good now comes to pass. Come on, Florence. What's another one she says? Thy will be done this day, for today is a day of completion. I give thanks for this perfect day. Miracle shall follow miracle. Wonder shall never cease. I say that every single day. Alrighty. Well, I am excited. I'll see you. But me and my mama got to go sell our hair products, baby. Okay, because we got things we doing. So I got to go. If you want to, see how I got this length. My hair used to be like not even an inch long. Okay. You can click the link in that bio. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Toodles.